Wow, how was that moon? And how's it still going? It's very bizarre yesterday. I was doing this meditation and it's just very different energy, and I just felt this omnipresence and was just sort of relaxed into it. And yeah, there was a lot of visual going on through the subconscious, so it was seeing other lifetimes, and it was too much information really. I was like, okay, I just can't even focus on one thing here. So that was quite interesting. So I think this is, another 2 nights of really meditating, but do it late at night, like around midnight, 1 a.m. Because the ionosphere has shortened, and so collectively you can reach out beyond a lot easier, especially depending on the hemisphere you're well, obviously I'm in the northern hemisphere, so that time, majority of people are asleep, so there's less chatter. It's almost like less radio waves moving, and so it's just easy to connect, and spirit can move much easier around you at that time of night, and also the senses have shifted as well. So yeah, I mean collectively, it's a good time to tune in, late in the evening, and a lot of people like to meditate sort of 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning as well. Again, the energies are calmer on the planet. So what I want to do is just talk about some live events coming up. So I've spoke about my alignment modality before. I've moved it now to February because energetically November's going to be quite a tumultuous month energetically, and trying to navigate when you're feeling all of those emotions can sometimes be too much. Anyway, I'm just talking from my human self there. Spirit said move it, let's do February. So I've got 6 people already signed up. I only take 12 maximum because I need that intimacy with people, and the smaller groups are better to work with anyway. And of course, obviously it's online, obviously live. So really this is, navigating the pathway of self-inquiry, taking all the new age BS out of it, all the mystery, and we need to do this, we need to do that. And this is really about a simplified process from spirit. It's a channeled modality from spirit, the alignment modality. It's now patented. As most of you know, if you've watched my videos before, it's now insured in, I think, almost 40 countries, so it's recognized. And so there's a 4-part modality. The 5th part is the sort of master practitioner. At the end of the 4th module, you will be able to sort of work on people, because there's a lot of psychic intuitive development through all of the modules. But just to summarize, deep dive, soul level, interdimensionality, processing the shadow. We remove all of the shadow components that have been placed upon us, from heavy metals to chemicals to, vaccines, religious programming. There's so much to it. We start to connect the etheric energy of the brain. Again, we get the limbic lobe moving through the reptilian brain and conscious mind. We also bring the 2 hemispheres together, so you can start to activate and sort of draw in source coding, because we really get into coding, algorithms, why we're here, what's actually happening to us now. And the 3 main objectives are awakening to the non-physical, going back into collective energy. This is what it's all about. It's awakening the soul around us, processing the deep ancestral line, and clearing the emotional body. And we even move away from belief systems now, because you can't have a belief without an emotion. And so what we do is we remove the emotional energy, so the belief system shifts. Because don't forget, a lot of the belief systems are built on prejudice, hypocrisy, societal programming, the ego consciousness. So when we start to work at the soul level, we already have a higher set belief system. So what happens is that naturally just awakens within you, because you're already perfect, you're already powerful. So we just remove the conditioning. And so it's a simplified process, and the great thing is that when we're working, spirit come in. It's a live workshop with spirit, and I'm just channeling and obviously assisting and helping, and often they will come in and shake things up. We always have a set procedure. I have a PowerPoint for each module. Obviously, we take through. You get your own workbook as well, which is separate to the PowerPoint. But they will come in and they will change things. They will do things in the moment, because each group has all had lives together. So you won't know each other physically in this life, but you've all had lives together because everything's a magnet. And so there's a collective healing that goes on, and then that triples and it goes through many, many timelines. So it's quite profound to experience. And also, we teach you the esoteric knowledge in a simplified way. And we teach you universal laws, so we base a lot of it on science as well. So even if you're on the fence with New Age energy work, when you understand the science and it's been proven, you can actually bring the two together, because spirituality and science have to bounce on each other because they are the one energy. One is explaining the non-physical, one is explaining the physical. And so, of course, when those two come into union, and we move off of Dr. Bruce Lipton, Einstein, and Dr. Emoto. When you work with those three teachings, everything is simplified and it bridges spirituality and the non-physical, really, and the physical. This alignment modality now has actually been recognised by Bruce Lipton. It's on his website. I will send a link just for clarification, transparency, and it's also the credibility as well. So it was so lovely to be recognised by someone that I've written about in my book and also referenced in my teachings. And this is epigenetics. It's all about the hereditary model, about the vibration around us, thoughts, and also, when we bring that Einstein's teachings of imagination and inquisitiveness in, the universal laws kick in, and we teach you that, and you can use that in day-to-day for anything, and it's very, very powerful. And so what will happen is we are taking you, or spirit, your soul, will take you out of the vibration of third dimensional living, because suffering is now a choice. So the soul, your own soul, does not want you to be repeating any more cycles. We are leaving this vibration. So, and in truth, this vibration is all around us. Now, I don't talk into, we're definitely not, Spirit being really clear, we're not moving into 5D. That's again, more misinformation, New Age movement. This realm already exists around us. So what's actually happening is, we will be physical beings, but have access to the non-physical consciously, which is how we did it in our light cycles. Now, the last light cycle everyone's aware of is Atlantis. Very infant civilizations, to be honest. Lemuria, we talk about them, but we've been coming here for millions of years. And so when we are in these light cycles, we will have access to that non-physical. But the main thing right now is we're setting ourselves up for the next life. So if you clear the emotional attachments, you clear your magnetics, which we call karma, you will then not have to bring yourself back on the planet in this environment anymore. Okay, obviously we're going to move. The Earth is vibrating at a different frequency. She's moving back into a different part of the galaxy where high dimensional planets are existing. They're vibrating. This is all the science of it. I don't get into all of that. At the end of the day, what's happening is we are shifting the consciousness, but what we do is we awaken it around us. So there's nothing about ascension, because we are multi-dimensional beings. We already exist everywhere. So where are you going to ascend to? We have to be grounded, and we have to awake consciously around us, our soul body. And then the best thing about this work is then you can actually start to take a step back and let everything just manifest in front of you. And that's what we want to do. And Spirit really, really are pushing that now. Their hardest thing for them is getting people to realize they're not who they think they are. They're not their personality. They're not their conditioning. And we work a lot with the ego, and we understand that, the mind's gift is imagination. So we start to utilize that most powerful skill that we have. And we start to understand, how consciousness has formed us, and how now we're unconditioning that construction. Because we pioneered these outer realms, this physicality. The soul is tired, and so it needs to return to itself now. So it needs to bring all of its physical selves back into that one space. And so to do that, we start to get into algorithms. We start to get into frequency control that's been placed around the brain. We work a lot with the reptilian brain, the hypothalamus. Obviously, we get into the pineal gland as well, and we do base chakra work with the hypothalamus, because a lot of people now are passing over because they're refusing to go into self-inquiry and work on their emotional body. Now, the reason why heart attacks and strokes are so common is because when consciousness comes into the body to try and awaken the human being, if they're stuck in their base chakras, which 90% of humanity is, because that's our survival, our servitude, you know, whenever there's a pandemic, we fear and we go into the base chakra, it closes down. So consciousness we need to be like a tree. So everything's just moving through us, you know, has to go down into the earth. So we're conduits. When that's blocked, it hits the base chakra and goes back up to the heart, and the heart goes, explodes. So that's a heart attack, stroke, whatever. When you deny the emotional body that much, which we have on the planet, it will go into the mental body, which is why we have a heightened rate of mental illness now, because the emotional body has been so shut down that there is no pathway for that emotion to go into the physical body. So what happens is it moves into the mental body, and hence why we have all these issues. Bipolar, for example, is a dysfunction of a unilateral hold within polarity within the person itself. So consciousness will try to move in and create oscillation, and that's why they flick between the two, because actually that's oscillation in manifestation, trying to awaken the shadow component in the human being. And so there's so much to this. We're always being assisted by the non-physical. So this is really a reintroduction, and as we go into module 3, we start to introduce you to different energies and beings, and you can have your own experience if you wish. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Like I said, this is for everyone, because everyone needs to awaken themselves. Everyone is the same unconsciously. So we all have to clear our emotions. We all have to clear our mental body. We all have to understand the reality, because it's not reality here. We live in a world full of misinformation. And so we're really trying to remove that. But the great thing is that we don't teach you anything you don't already know unconsciously anyway. So really it's just unconditioning the human state. So it's a very powerful process, and I'm trained in numerous modalities, and Spirit has just said, just drop all that. This is the way to teach it, and so this is their teachings, and I'm just guiding it through, and it's a beautiful process, and what can I say? I mean, it's just, you've got to experience it, you've got to feel it, and I say to people, don't ever sign up to this unless you feel it. Don't come with your head, because your head, you need to feel it. And some people feel it straight away. They just know, yeah, I'm doing it. There's no question. They don't even ask any questions, because their soul is very present. They're like, yeah, we've got to do this. Other people like on the fence, maybe I don't understand it. That's okay. So we really go, especially in module 1, to explain all that. We explain that, and I'm open to questions. So just email me. But look, I'm going to send the webinars, have a watch of the webinar, the links to the website, and there's more information on there. And there's some introduction videos and some short sort of explanation videos as well, which are quite cool to watch. So they're all on the courses page of my website. So this is running in February. So there's there's 6 people sign up, so I've got maximum of 6 more people to take for this February one. And then the next one I'll probably run maybe April, May. But anyway, I'll let everyone know about that. So that's one thing. So I'm also doing a deep dive healing session on the 11th of November. Okay. So again, I'm going to post that under this video. If you want to sign up, this is going to be live with Spirit as well. So they're going to, generally what we'll definitely be working on awakening the soul around you, to introducing you to that. We're going to be doing some shadow work and some ancestral work. And also they'll probably bring in some other work as well. So it'll go for about an hour. Maybe an hour 15, and all you need to do is just turn up with the intention to, you don't have to have any intention really. You could just turn up and go, right, I'm ready for whatever my soul needs. But hey, maybe you've got a lot of anger coming up, maybe you're struggling with a relationship, maybe you're unsure about certain aspects of your own consciousness, maybe you feel there's illness brewing within you, maybe you can't get out of your head, maybe the ego, there's fear, so just set the intention, of course, if you do come on, what you want to work on. The intention moves the foundation, it moves the outcome for you personally as well. And and these things are great because, like I said, they're live in the moment, and sometimes Spirit will change it and go, right, we're doing this, let's do this healing. This particular group needs this, and another group may need something different. So collectively, the group will always come together that's meant to be there, which is a great thing as well. So that's live deep session. 11th of November, check out all the information. There's a sign up button, and it will just put your email address in and it goes. And that's only £20 as well. So I've kept it very, very low, but the healing is very, very powerful. So, come on if you're feeling you need something, and you also want to awaken something within you, because these things are not only healing. Sometimes the energy that comes in triggers you, and opens up aspects of your other conscious and puts you on different pathways as well. So it can be very directional, okay? So it's also very awakening, and it can actually trigger your own psychic skills and intuition as well. So it's not just about healing this, it's an omnipresent experience, and depending on your soul and its intention, what it needs to give you in that moment, generally that's going to come in and open up. So yeah, great stuff. All right, guys, thank you for listening, and I will post all the information on the video. Take care. And don't forget, yeah, if you've got any questions, then just email me. Thank you.